Assalamu alaikum, dear friends and fellows. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends and fellows, look, development, progress, prosperity, success, reaching our destination, that is all what we want. All the humans. All of us have certain desires, certain wishes, certain goals. So everybody is working to achieve, to gain, to be what they want to be. But there are many and plenty of the people here in this world, they are unable to do it successfully. Dear friends and fellows, I think that we need to do it successfully. How can we do that? We can do that obviously by doing the things which are needed to be done. For the purpose of that, knowing the thing, doing the thing. So dear friends and fellows, since we have made it a topic of our today's discussion, and after conducting some sort of research on our own, after availing a very important, a very useful and beneficial, very research of someone else, we have decided to make it a topic of our today's discussion. And once we started learning it, we found that there are 10 laws. So there are 10 laws. So each one of us who want to move forward, who want to develop and prosper and progress, they need to understand, they need to keep these 10 laws in the mind. I think each one of these 10 laws are very, very important. None of them can be overlooked. So dear friends and fellows, now let's look upon all of those 10 laws, and that these 10 laws says that 10 laws that will make you have discipline and thrive. 10 laws that will make you have discipline and thrive. Of course, we want this thing. We want to thrive, and it is not possible without the self discipline. That is why we have taken the root from the self discipline, and this self discipline, the 10 laws of these will make us thrive. Let's look upon each one of these 10 laws, and I believe that every one of these 10 laws is really, really important. Now, the first law is that is set clear and achievable goals. We need to set the clear and of course the achievable goals. The goals must be clear. Every time we want to tell anybody, if we want to, anybody and everybody should be able to understand, which it should be made so clear. But it does not mean that we need to keep telling to everybody here and there that this is my goal, that is what I'm working upon. Although discussing it with other people, with the positive people, it is always good, it is always beneficial. They will encourage, and they will like to give you a bit of input and all that. So dear friends, we need to set the clear and the achievable goals as well. We need to set the clear and the achievable goals. So that is the number one thing. Now the number two thing is, the law number two is that is if at all our goal is not achievable, we have set such a big goal which is not a realistic and practical one, so it is not an achievable one. So I think we will be wasting our time. So it is better that we keep moving forward bit by bit. And obviously we don't, if at all somebody is planning that I want to win this marathon, I want to become a world champion, I think that might not be as realistic. So I think that we should set the achievable goal. The goal should be slightly challenging. I don't say that it should be extremely easy. I don't say that thing at all. It should be, it must be, and the goals are a bit challenging, but it is okay to have a bit challenging goal, not a totally unrealistic and the impractical one. So the law number two is that is develop a consistent routine. Yes, consistency and routine. So it matters so much. So all the good things, I think, which are beneficial in reaching our destination, in achieving what we want to achieve, so these things should be done in a routine. I think we need to develop the routine, and we that is routine, because in the routine we can do the important, the useful, the beneficial thing without much of the effort. So that is the reason that these routines are so much important. Develop consistent routines. Routine must be consistent one. So that is very important, because without much of the struggle we can do the thing which come into our routine. So that is the reason that we need to make it a routine. Now the third law of the success is, that is, embrace the power of habit. Embracing the power of habit. Habit is something very, very powerful. Why do I call it that much powerful? The reason is, my dear friends and fellows, that it makes the thing, it makes the difficult things as easy. If at all something very good become our habit, I have seen, you would have seen that some of the people, they are seen walking 1 hour, 1.5 hour, or even 2 hours in a single day. I don't suggest that you need to do that or you should go for it. But, dear friend, I'm suggesting, otherwise, the person who is not doing anything and not doing any work, for him or her, it is very difficult that 2 hours or 1.5 hour in a single day. I think, but once it become a routine of those people who have made it a habit, I think it becomes really easy. So it is the good with the habits is that we are seen doing it automatically, without intention, without much of the effort. It becomes automatic. Whatever becomes habit, it does become automatic. So I think that we need to make the good thing as automatic. Embrace the power of habit. Every good thing which will help us a lot in reaching our goal should be included into our habits, gradually, should be included and should be consolidated as well. So that is the law number 3. Now the law number 4 is, prioritize time management. Time management, of course, it is extremely important. We cannot afford to overlook, ignore it at all. So time is extremely important. The basic resource we are having is that of the time. So how come can we afford to ignore it? We cannot afford to ignore it at all. So, my dear friends and fellows, I think that we need to develop a routine. We need to manage our time. That this is the prime time, and I need to spend it in the very important task. And what important task will be done at what time? What will be suitable? What is the suitable time for that particular task, for that particular thing? So I think that is time management, so that all the things are, most of the important things are done, and nothing of the important thing is left undone. So that is actually the time management. So the fourth law is the prioritize time management, and the fifth law is, practice self-care and mindfulness. We need to practice the self-care. We cannot outsource the self-care at all. Self-care is so important. Like, I need to complete my sleep, like I need to eat the nutritious food, like I need to take breaks during my work time, like I need to do all those things. So I think that is very, very important indeed. So, my dear friends and fellows, so the that is the fifth law. Practice self-care and mindfulness. What is this mindfulness, by the way? The mindfulness actually mean that we need to relax our mind, not to overburden our mind, not to keep thinking excessively at all. So we need to give relax to our mind. That is the law number 5. The law number 6 is seek continuous learning and growth. Yes, indeed, it is the continuous learning. The continuous learning. Never stop learning. Spare a little bit of the time on a daily basis. A little bit of the time on a daily basis. We need to learn from many sources. We need to learn from our own experiences. We need to learn from our own observation. We need to learn from what we can read a little bit, from the podcast, from the lectures of somebody, from once somebody is talking, we need to learn. So there are many, many sources and ways of learning. So I think that we need to seek the continuous learning and growth, of course, because learning and growth, that is interconnected and interdependent. Somebody who's learning will keep growing automatically, and somebody who's growing is learning automatically. So I think that is we must keep learning. Now the law number 7 is cultivate resilience and adaptability. That is, cultivate resilience and adaptability. We should develop ourselves, we should train ourselves, we should make a commitment that I shall be able to adjust myself in every sort of circumstances. Though it does not mean that I don't need to change or improve my circumstances, I can do that. But if at all I do fail, if at all I do fail, if at all I fall, a setback occur or something like that, in the case like in a situation like this one, I should be able to recover myself quickly. I should be able to recover myself. I should be able to rehabilitate. I should able to restart all my struggle instantly, as soon as it is possible. That is called cultivate resilience and adaptability. Now the law number 8 is implement accountability measures. We need to implement the accountability measure. A family member, a friend, a loved one, an acquaintance, a teacher, a mentor, a colleague, somebody who is suitable for this purpose should be appointed for our accountability, and we can do the same thing with them if they request so, and so that we are holding each other accountable and providing the feedback, necessary feedback to each other. So that is the law number 8, implement accountability measure. Now the law number 9 is balance work and personal life. Yes, we need to strike a balance, because some of the people, they are working so hard that their personal life is nothing, while there are another people, they are spending too much of the time on the personal life, while their career life, that is totally and absolutely a failure. I think that we don't need to become a workaholic at all. We don't need to keep relaxing and talking to the people at all. Rather, we need to strike a balance, that I need to work hard, that is fine. But at the same time, I need to get a bit of relaxation. I need to take rest. I need to meet the people. I need to spend the time with my family. And that is the law number 7, balance work and personal life. Now, the law number 10 is celebrate progress and success. That is the law number 10 and the last law. Celebrate progress and celebrate progress and success. Because if at all we are not rewarding it, that the purpose is that we are rewarding ourselves. If we fail to reward ourselves, it would actually mean that unconsciously we will not be very hard working, we will not be very smart working, we will not be very consistent, we will not be very much ambitious, we will not be that much committed. So that is because if at all everybody need the reward, I think that we need to reward ourselves as well, for the if at all we have achieved any sort of success, any sort of improvement, a considerable amount of improvement, I think we need to reward ourselves, we need to celebrate. So these are the 10 laws of the success, and we by practicing, by understanding these 10 laws, I think that we can do all that. So these were the 10 laws. Thank you very much, dear friends and fellows. Jazakumullah khair.